Losing your hearing can be caused by many different factors, but one common truth is that most people don't take action, sometimes until it's too late.
Yeah, our next guest has some important information for us, especially if you're looking for treatment or you want to learn if you may need a device to help you hear better. Ben Norris is from Miracle Ear. He's joining us this morning to share more. Ben, thanks for being back with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Let's talk about the causes of hearing loss and what leads up to this and how people notice that, this is happening to them.
Age is really the number one culprit of hearing loss. Unfortunately, our parts don't last forever. They wear and tear on our parts. Our auditory nerves have a tendency to break down over time. That's going to be your number one cause. But the other thing, noise exposure, is probably one of the bigger things that people really need to be aware of. Doing simple things every day, like mowing our lawn, for example. People don't realize it, but that can create a problem. Work-related things that are happening every day. The other thing I think about that I went to the gas station the other day, and this was wild to me, but two of the cashiers at the gas station were wearing a device in their ear, at least one of them. I'm sitting here going, what are you doing? Listening to music while you're at work and you're half paying attention to what you're doing? It's everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I'm just nervous about the damage that people might be doing.
That is something that we were just discussing before we started the interview. My daughter, and your daughter too.
Right.
I mean, this generation is growing up with headphones. I mean, they're growing up with audio being shot directly into their ears, much more than, of course, our generation. So is this something that could cause hearing damage farther on down the line?
No question. I'm really nervous about our young people today because hearing loss is becoming a bigger thing with our younger population. And the reality is, if I go on an airplane and I listen to my Apple AirPods, for example, I look around, everybody on the plane's wearing them too. But what most people don't realize is there's a meter on your phone. If you put your finger in the top corner and scroll down, it'll show you how loud that is. If you're over 85 decibels of volume, that can actually create damage. It's not only about volume, but it's also about exposure time. So the rule of thumb is 85 decibels, 8 hours of exposure will create damage. You go to 90 decibels, 5 decibels more, it's 4 hours of exposure. You go to 95, it's 2 hours. So every 5 decibel increase will create damage.
Wow.
And cut your exposure time in half.
Well, and you think on the airplane too, you want to turn it up more because there's that ambient noise as well.
Right.
Yep.
Now, is there a way? I want to know if there's a way on my phone that I can see what the number is, what decibel.
It'll actually tell you the exact
It'll
decibel
tell you the
level.
decibel.
Yep.
Excellent. So you say 85. You don't want to be going above that. Is it different for younger kids?
No, it's the same.
85.
It's the same. 85, 8 hours of exposure.
See, now I'm sitting here.
I know. Do what we can to protect what we have,
thinking
right?
about my neighbors too, because when they mow the lawn, they actually wear headphones.
So do I.
Do you really?
Yes.
Maybe
I blast my music so I don't have to listen to the lawnmower.
I should. No, they have like this noise canceling, like airport.
Okay.
That's
Yes.
what you want.
That's what. Yeah. And I was like, wow, is it really that? And you're telling me that could be important.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Okay. There's going to be like myths about people think why they lost their hearing. You're saying age and sound.
Yeah, the other thing people don't think about today, and I see this all the time, is people are on ototoxic medications. If you do a Google search, for example, and you could look up ototoxic medications, there's over 200 that'll show up. And these are not only over-the-counter, but prescription drugs. They're for people with depression, blood pressure issues, cancer treatment type drugs. These will wreak havoc on the hearing, and that's what people don't realize. We live in a very medicated society today. We're treating all kinds of symptoms, and the reality is that's actually wreaking havoc on the hearing.
Interesting.
I had no idea.
Right? And so people also don't necessarily realize that they're losing their hearing. I think that things just keep getting louder and they keep turning that up. How do people know that they need to come see you and they need to get some help to get this taken care of so they're not, blaring out or missing a lot of things too?
For some it's going to be very obvious. Unfortunately, for the person that has the problem, they're usually the last one to recognize that there's actually an issue. It's going to be your spouse or family members having that conversation with you. Hey, you've asked me to repeat myself a few times. Or that television's way too loud. That's a lot louder than I need it. Conversations like that are productive. Hey, would you mind going and getting your hearing checked? But the other thing, some of the health conditions that are correlated with hearing loss, the biggest thing today is diabetes. If you think of diabetes, someone that's diabetic is 30% more likely to have a hearing loss. Why? Atrophy of those inner hair cells, also known as nerve endings. You think of it, it impacts our ankles, our knees, atrophy, but in this case it's atrophy of the auditory nerve, and those nerve endings send that signal to your brain so you can actually hear. And if they atrophy, it's a real problem. So I talk all the time about if you have diabetes or on any sort of these medications, you should really come in for a baseline screening.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
It's like, where can I go? Like right now, I have no idea how good or poor my hearing is. I can't remember the last time I had a hearing check or a test. So where do I go for this?
You know, most hearing professionals today offer a free hearing screening. So you could reach out to anybody really to have your hearing checked. In our clinics, we offer a free hearing test. And we're all over West Michigan. So, I mean, it's readily available. And that's the thing. I think the biggest barrier to entry in our field is just lack of awareness. Sure. If people knew hearing loss wasn't a harmless condition, I think they'd do something about it. The data out there, this is really scary and most people are not aware of it, but there's a lot of data from Johns Hopkins University that's come out in the last several years. Dating back to 2009, they've been studying the relationship between dementia and hearing loss. And those with a mild to moderate hearing loss have a 2- and 3-fold increased risk of developing dementia. Wow. When you talk severe and profound hearing loss, I'll tell you what, it's a 4- to 5-fold increased risk. And most people are not doing anything to address their hearing. They think it's a harmless condition. Oh, I'm not old enough to have a hearing aid, or a hearing aid's going to make me look old. I think there's a lot of myths or common thoughts about those types of things out there.
Plus, they're so tiny now. I mean, it's...
Well, I had someone in the other day, and it was wild. I was talking to her, and I said, why is it that you are nervous about pursuing a hearing aid or don't really want to? Well, I think a hearing aid would make me look old. And I said to her, do you know hearing loss makes you look old?
Right.
You look old doing this.
100%.
Say that again. That
Yeah.
makes you look a little bit older.
So, I mean, you got nothing to lose.
Right.
You just come in for that free screening.
Costs you nothing to come in, then you can at least get educated and be made aware. You know, wearing a hearing aid can mitigate your risk of dementia by over 50%.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
So it's
that-
more than
that
just
alone.
more than just picking up what's going on around you. There are locations in Grand Rapids, Granville, Hastings. I mean, look at all the listing. There's a miracle ear somewhere near you, and you can learn more about all of it by going to miracle-ear.com, or I love the phone number 1-877-EARWAX9. We'll be right back.